Sutton here, and today we're going to be taking a look at my Thomas Wooden Railway collection. So this, I do want to state, is not including my brand new Wooden Railway in-box items. I have a lot of engines and cars that I have not reviewed yet from my Wooden Railway haul that I plan on reviewing this summer as we go throughout the summer. But I want to show you all of this. So on the bottom, toward the bottom of this, I have mostly Trackmaster new in-box items. Behind that I have some accessories from Wooden Railway, and of course Wooden Railway Cranky. And then I have new in-box items from up here too, which I will also be reviewing. But for now, let's take a look at the engines. This is my Thomas & Friends Wooden Railway engine collection and cars. Notice we start with Sir Topham Hatt there, though not an engine. He is an awesome controller of the railway. And these are all of my Thomases. Trust me though, I have more. They're just not here. Then we go into Percy, and I don't have many basic Percy. I only have one basic Percy, and then the other two are of course the battery-powered editions, excuse me, and the roll and whistle Percy. After that, we have Mavis and Toby. Then we go to James, and I have a roll and whistle James and a fish-covered James. Then I have a Gordon, who has seen better days. Plan on painting him soon, and of course giving him a tender. Then Philip, Oliver, Duck, another Duck, the older Duck there. Charlie, Duncan, Smudger, Peter, Sam, the Origins James, my absolute favorite James ever. Of course Ryan there, Marion, then Diesel 10, gotta have Diesel 10. I'm not going to name each one of these because you guys can see them, but they're really, really cool. So happy that I have Bulgy now, because I was like, man, I wish they'd made him in green. And now I'm like, now that I've seen the new episodes, I'm like, nope, Bulgy, you're staying the way you are. Of course, some road vehicles back there. Fun fact, I got Bulgy back when I was a kid to go with Trackmaster because I didn't collect much Wooden Railway. It was on sale, so I got him to go Trackmaster and not ended up using him at all, and now I'm kind of glad that I didn't because I can have him with my Wooden Railway collection. Moving on though, there's Harold, then we get into coaches and cars. Of course, the older style Scruffy there, and Hector, an express coach heading in the background, troublesome trucks. These are the rickety trucks that come with the talking troublesome trucks, my absolute favorite trucks in the whole range, actually. And then of course the Blue Mountain Quarry truck back there. This is the Dino and Discovery car pack. I love this pack so much. Like, it's really cool. One reason I love Wooden Railway is for all the accessories, like the light-up cars and such. I mean, it's just really cool. Alrighty, so that is my entire Wooden Railway collection. Down here is just Brio items. So let's get into the good stuff, the layout. So if we take a look at this layout, you're going to notice that it's a very unusual layout. It's not something that a modeler would like, but rather something you would actually see like in a Barnes & Noble back in the day. Like, it is made to show off as much as possible. And that's why I built it this way. I wanted to look as if it was a layout that Mattel themselves had built in order to sell more trains. And that's exactly what I did. So you'll notice that there's placement of bridges and just all sorts of accessories all working together, just like you would find back in the olden days. So starting off with Thomas, he is at the Ulfstead Signal Station, and this station line right here actually ends right into Vicarstown. The Ulfstead Signing Station is really cool. It doesn't serve much of a purpose, but it's a pretty cool accessory because you have two different levels of trains, and the signal light also lights up once I flip the switch. It is a very loud destination. So as I was saying, from here we go straight down into Vicarstown. Now Vicarstown, I wanted to put this signal tower here to make it look as if it was like the show. And you can get some really great pictures from here, and also, again, playability reasons. Like right here you have this awesome signal tower going straight out. It's really, really fun shots, and it just makes sense because signals like this are always in front of a station. So right here on the layout we have Sir Topham Hatt talking to Percy, and we have Henry pulling this really, really long goods train. And really long in Wooden Railway standards because it's only like 4 cars, but for Wooden Railway that's pretty good actually. And if you listen, they all talk. except for this one. I need to change the battery. From the back of the station, you can see the little line loops around here, and we kind of go into the dock area over there. But this is just the back of the station. That should end in buffers. I just didn't have a buffer to place there. And you'll notice that that line that Thomas is on actually just loops back around to go back to the sheds there. But if we were traveling, well, what that does actually is it goes over there and then loops back around underneath the Ulfstead signing station. And then comes straight through here, around this curve, into this tunnel. Through those tunnels, we come to this corner, which is basically the docks. So you have Cranky up here, and then you have Salty back here. He's loading up some goods right there with the Brendan Bay Shipping Company crane. And of course, Porter's helping push that train for Henry that he's taking out of the docks, which is now at Vicarstown. I love this destination, by the way. From this corner, we move down to here, where the Knapford Mail Depot is, so we can load cars right here. And then we can see the back of the sheds, which is totally exposed so that kids can play with this and line up their favorite engines. You can get some really cool shots in here, and it actually makes it look like you're in an engine workshop. Also back behind here is Harold's helipad, which has Harold where he can just take off and fly, and this does have sounds, but I'm not going to turn the switch on right now. From there, we can see this little wharf bridge where Colin is working, go around the curve all to the Sodor suspension bridge, and if it gets a little bit windy out there, bridge might collapse. Once our bridge is repaired though, we can use it to head down the layout back to Vicarstown. As we head into the yard, you can see this awesome water tower, which I absolutely loved as a kid. This was one of my favorite destinations, so I had to include it on this layout, because it truly is a staple, Thomas Wooden Railway. And moving on from there, we have Tidmouth Sheds. And here it is, Tidmouth Sheds itself, the hub, if you will, of this very layout. The reason I chose Tidmouth Sheds as the hub of this layout is that's how I remember a lot of layouts as when I was a kid. Back when I was younger, I used to go to Books A Million, and back where I lived, Books A Million had the best Thomas Wooden Railway. So nowadays, you can go to one place and kind of get all the Thomas ranges. Back in the day, Target was the best place for Take and Play. Toys R Us was the best place for Trackmaster, or back then, Playrail. And then, same way with Walmart, they carried a lot of the Playrail items. They carried some Take Along, but they never carried wooden. And Toys R Us carried a lot of Wooden Railway, but Books A Million did as well. Thomas Wooden Railway was and still is very expensive, and when I was younger, I could not afford to purchase it. So I always got to go to these layouts though, and I remember playing with these and wishing and dreaming that I had a layout like that, and now I do. So I'm very proud of this, and I wanted, again, this was not meant to be a realistic layout, it was meant to be a for fun, kind of display, showy off kind of thing, so that when people come by, you know, they'll see this, and then they'll see my realistic Trackmaster layout, but this just brings back memories of when you were a kid, you know, going to the store and just playing with trains, and that's what this was about. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye for now.